All right. Welcome back, guys. Let's talk about artifacts real quick. So artifacts are now in the game, and I'm going to go ahead and click on my artifacts tab. You can get it through the menu. As you can see, I've already made some artifacts, and I'm going to show you how to get them. There's different tiers of artifacts. Pretty simple. You've got the regular sort of non-rare ones. You're never going to use these. You've got the green ones, and you've got the blue ones, and the blue ones and up. So blue and purple, which I don't have any purple yet because I haven't combined it anything yet. The blue ones and the purple ones all have a symbol attached to their monsters. So Juno, in this case, can only use ones with the support logo on it, right? Each set or each support and warrior mage, they all have different artifact skill effects. I believe there's two per type. So warrior has two different ones, support has two different ones, mage has two separate ones. I will link the full patch notes down below in the description and in the pinned comment, so that way you guys can see what all those skills are. I'm not going to go through all of them now. So basically just kind of look through the different ones and figure out which one is going to be best for your monster. Maybe in the future we can talk about which ones are best. I still don't even have all of them, so I'll be working on that myself. There are some cases, like I was looking at my Argon. This blue one looks pretty good. You could throw on a green one for your Argon if you wanted to. The artifact skill effects look like this. It's increase attack or maybe increase crit damage. There are some of those that works, right? But this one looked really good. I could use for Argon. It's an archer type artifact and it deals 5% more damage to bosses. I'm pretty much only using Argon for bosses in the first place. Hopefully that applies to guild raid bosses and other things like that. So this seems like a pretty proper room to me, and I'm just going to go ahead and enhance this up. So before we start doing all that, let's figure out how do we get artifacts. All right, so artifacts, two ways. One, let's go with the quick way. Battlefield shop. You can go over to enchantment materials here, and you can buy one per season. Seasons only last like, what, 2 weeks? So you can buy one blue one per season. Probably worth the buy, honestly, at this point. If you have the Battlefield coins. I'm pretty low on Battlefield coins since I don't do Battlefield that much. But you can buy that here. If you're good, you can probably buy the green one too. And if you're really thirsty, you can buy this one, but you're just going to combine it later. Okay. So let's look at where to get them again. So I need to create or craft some or create some, right? So I'm going to go to my crafting menu in profession, and I'm going to go to alchemy. So under alchemy, there are these artifact boxes, right? So these artifact boxes are going to be the primary way that you get artifacts, is creating these boxes. So I'm going to go ahead and make 10 of these boxes. As you can see, they take this enchantment stones, which I was dumb and got rid of a lot of these a couple months ago. So I'm going to be farming quite a bit of these. To get these enchantment stones, it's mostly going to be through auto farming, mining. So that's what you're going to be doing. So just, I would go for sapphires or emeralds or something like that, which are in high demand, and just overnight farm those. You'll stack up a decent amount of these enchantment stones. So in order to craft these, you'll need enchantment stones, and you also need these enchantment shards. Okay. These enchantment shards, let's take a look where we can get these, are from content. So you can get them in the token exchanges, the raid coin exchanges, and the seal coin exchanges. So let's go take a look at subjugation. Okay. So subjugation, I scroll down. Where is it? Tools? Is it under tools? Yeah, there it is. So subjugation, I can buy them with subjugation tokens here. So let's just buy, let's buy 31 of them. Why not? Right? Because that's pretty much all we're using these for. So I'm going to go ahead and buy those. And now I have 30 artifact shards. So let's head back into our menu here. You'll see that it takes 10 shards to make, or one shard to make one box. So you know what? Let's go ahead and let's make 20 of them. I'm going to go ahead and craft it. So gold cost is not too bad, but these shards are going to be the main thing that's going to be tough for most people to get. So grab your shards. All right, so let's hop back open to our pack here, and let's open up our newly created gem box, or our artifact box, I should say. Okay. So here's our artifact box. We're going to use this 20 times, and we see what we got. Primarily trash. My last set of 20 I opened, this was mostly green. So you can see there's a luck of the draw when you get these, a couple of greens and a couple, mostly these gray ones. Okay, so now that I've got a bunch of those, let's hop back into the artifact menu. Okay, so here we are, artifact menu. Just me, I'm never going to use one of these gray ones, and I'm never going to use one of these green ones. I'm only going to ever be using blue. Just personally, I'm just going to farm. I'm just going to farm for more and get blue ones. So if you're just starting out and you have a couple good green ones, go for it. Throw those on, level them up. They're going to help you out a lot getting some decent stat power boost. But if you've been playing the game for a while or you're relatively high power, I would just combine everything, at least get to blues. Okay. So what do I do with these? I'm going to go to manage artifacts, and we're going to come down here to combine. So just like combining runes or combining equipment, we are going to combine. Okay. Now I probably need to lock these blue ones because there is a select all button, but it's just going to auto put the blue ones in there. And so probably should go and lock those as you get them. So 1, 2, 3, there is a 75% chance to get a green one, and we don't get it. That's our luck, isn't it? Let's try again. Twice in a row. Thank you, Comtuous. Let's keep going. What do you think? Wow, what are those odds? That's crazy. Still getting grays. Okay, we got a green, thankfully. I just went through like 6 of those. Okay, we got a green. Let's see if we can get slightly better odds. 50%, right? So it's going to be 50% on the green. Hey, we got a blue. We saved all our luck for that. 1, 2, 3. Boom! All right. It makes up for it. We really rolled badly on all the grays, but the couple of greens we had, we went straight to blue. Now, you can combine the blue ones. Eventually, I will suggest to combine the blue ones once we start getting extra blue ones. But I would at least get most of your primary monsters kitted out with some solid plus 15. Okay, you want to go purple? Okay, I don't use mages too much. And let's... Recovers his HP. I like that one. I didn't like the CC one. No, I want that one. Oh yeah, takes 10% under the CC. That's the one. That's what I want. I wasn't reading it properly. Okay, so you can also combine blue ones, which as you can see, I'm doing this for you, Cheddar. You can also combine blue ones. So let's see, at a 10% great success, can we get a purple? We absolutely cannot get a purple. So we do have another archer one. So that is how you're going to get purple ones eventually, is through combining blue ones. But again, my suggestion is to completely kit out most of your main monsters with blue artifacts, preferably with substats that are good for that monster, right? Eventually, we can also disassemble them. Not sure yet if there's a ton of use for disassembling. I'm going to be combining a ton early on. Maybe once everybody's kitted out, then we can start disassembling. But I would say for the most part, stick to combining. All right, so let's look at enhancing. This is one that I definitely feel like I'm going to possibly use on my Argon, right? So in order to plus 15 it, okay, you'll notice the stats are a pretty significant jump, and the skill effect goes up as well. So 5% damage to 10% damage. So 10% damage extra on my Argon is pretty solid boost, okay? So what do we need for it? 13,000 of these magical rune pieces. You mostly get this through farming hero area, okay? As well as just doing your quests in hero area on all of your summoner every single month. And then Skystones, of course. This is going to be another Skystones thing, of course. And then we need these guys. Artifact crystals, okay? So there is 2 different currencies that look similar to this, and this is where it's going to get confusing, okay? And I actually have some in my inventory here, and I can show you. Okay, there are artifact shards, a material acquired for artifact crafting, and then there are artifact debris, or there is like the full artifact piece there. A material required for artifact enchantment or enhancement can be obtained by disassembling a magic artifact. So you can disassemble, or we can craft these, okay? So we're gonna go and craft the enhancement material next. So that's going to be under processing. And we scroll down and they are right here. Here's a new line, okay? So in order to craft these, I'm mostly just gonna be focusing on these blue ones for now. We got to start out with these, okay? So you're going to need a decent amount of these. So you could probably just max this out, which is exactly what I'm going to do because I have tons of these magical rune pieces. Okay, so we just made a ton of those. So we move up to the next one, which is what we saw earlier, artifact debris. So I'm going to go ahead and max out these as well. And then we're going to come to our blue ones, which is what we actually needed to level up our blue artifacts, which is artifact crystal. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and make all of these as well. You can tell the gold cost is not too bad. It's not bad at all. Pause. All right. So we have 66 artifact crystals. Now, I'm not going to really be making any of these just yet because I don't have any purple runes. So I will make these as, or sorry, I don't have any purple artifacts, so I'm not going to be making these just yet. Let's hop back out and go to our artifacts. And I was going to level up this one for my Argon. We're going to go to Enhance, and we're going to plus 15. And as you can see, we now have a plus 15 blue artifact. Good for my Argon. So let's see what that does to my Argon's stats. Okay. So right now my Argon is at 151,226. He is level 72. I've been leveling him up a little bit. We're going to pop in the artifact through the artifact button there. And we're going to equip. And that brought him up about 4,000. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. So it brought him up 4,000, but it also brought him up 10% damage to bosses, which I don't know if that's calculated in the power. I think the power mostly just comes from the stats. So correct me if I'm wrong there, but that is a pretty decent sized jump for my Argon, and he's going to be doing significantly better in some of the raids and the bosses that I bring him into. All right. So disassembling a artifact is typically going to give you the magical rune pieces as well as some of these artifact traces back. All right, so let's disassemble this. So this gave us artifact traces, a material required for enhancement. So yes, that one is enhancement. Let's check out this green one. When we disassemble this green one, it is giving us the debris. So it is giving you this material back for enhancement, right? Not necessarily for crafting more, right? So still probably not the best thing to do right now is disassembling. Best thing to do, I think, still is to continue to combine until you get enough blue artifacts to kit out all of your typical monsters. All right, guys, that's going to wrap that up for artifacts. If you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, guys, I'm TopherSmurf telling you to keep on gaming.